Greetings nerds and virgins, welcome to the video. Today I'm going to be going through the most iconic duos in UFC, but before we start, can you like and subscribe? I'm getting views, but I want some subscribers as well since I'm building a community here. So please subscribe to hop on the shadow train. Choo choo! Hop on the shadow train. But yeah, so first of all we got Aljamain Sterling and Morab Dvalishvili. These two have literally cleaned out the UFC bantamweight division together, and Morab's new name should be Mr. Sloppy Seconds since everyone Aljo beats, Morab beats him in even more impressive fashion than Aljo did. Like how Aljo got knocked the fuck out versus Marlon Moraes. Morab nearly suffered the same fate, don't get me wrong, but he actually ended up TKOing Moraes in the second round, since Moraes has the cardio of a French bulldog, and also how Aljo won a split decision versus Cejudo, which was very controversial. A lot of people actually thought Henry Cejudo won the fight. I'm pretty sure it was a split decision as well. Morab had a rough first round versus Cejudo, but after that he fucking steamrolled him. And of course how Aljo went life and death with Peter Yan. Morab literally butt-fucked Peter Yan. Just like Morab does everything better than Aljo, I bet he's gonna get knocked out versus O'Malley in even more exciting fashion than Aljo did. But next up, of course, we got the Diaz brothers, Nick Diaz and Nate Diaz. These two are the most iconic duo and it isn't even close. The loyalty between these two brothers is really something else. Nick Diaz is the older brother who paved the way for his younger brother Nate Diaz, who I think is unarguably the bigger star, but Nick Diaz is a better fighter for sure, prime for prime. These two BMFs have been in street fights together, like the one involving Khabib's team, and they literally took over the entire MMA fan base with their authenticness. But the next iconic duo we got is of course the Dagestani bros, Khabib and Islam Makhachev. These two Dagestanis grew up together and both trained under Khabib's father, Abdul Nurmagomedov, rest in peace. Islam let Khabib have his run in the UFC before Islam took over, and Khabib retired and then turned his attention into coaching Islam to becoming a world champion. A personal favourite of them too is when Khabib was in Islam's corner against Dan Hooker, and while Islam was setting up the Kimura, he didn't really have the facilities to do that, so Khabib was in his corner instructing him what to do, walking him through it, and everyone in the MMA community was calling Khabib a literal cheat code to have in your corner. But the next iconic duo we got is Daniel Cormier and Cain Velasquez. These two were both each other's main training partners at American Kickboxing Academy, aka, and just like Khabib and Islam, they both reigned the heavyweight division at different times. The two were so close that they refused to fight each other despite being contenders in the same division. Cormier famously left the heavyweight division, heading down to 205 pounds to avoid fighting his best friend Cain Velasquez. Even after he lost to John Jones, he was crying on Cain Velasquez's shoulder. That's real friendship right there. But next up we got Uriah Faber and Cody Garbrandt. Cody Garbrandt is literally Uriah Faber's hitman. Uriah Faber helped coach Cody to great success in the UFC, and in return Cody Garbrandt got all of Uriah's ops for him. Like Dominic Cruz, who was Uriah Faber's biggest rival, beat Uriah Faber twice and took the most shit ever in the build-ups. Cody took that personally and put on one of the greatest performances against Dominic Cruz in a UFC title fight. He was literally dancing on him, doing the robot and shit. Also, TJ Dillashaw, although he got his ass spanked twice, he really bitched TJ on Ultimate Fighter, let's be real here. But as I said, that don't really matter because he took 2 L's against him, so... But some other iconic duos in the UFC we got is the Pettis brothers, Anthony Pettis and Sergio Pettis. Also the Boston boys, Calvin Kattar and Rob Font. Then we also got the brothers-in-law, Chris Weidman and Stephen Thompson, which, by the way, talk about diversity. You got one of the best wrestlers in UFC history and you got one of the best kickboxers in UFC history. Like, that's a great dynamic to have. Another iconic duo, though, we got is, of course, the boys down under, Volkanovski and Izzy Adesanya. Obviously, great friends. And another iconic duo are the former friends, Jorge Masvidal and Colby Chaos Covington, who went from best friends to next level enemies, where they ended up fighting. Jorge got served the 50-45 in a soda, and he was so pissed off about it, he had to cheap shot Colby Covington in the streets to make him feel good. Then we got Khamzat Chimaev and Darren Till, who for a while seemed like they were in love with each other. I want to update on how their relationship is going, by the way. Are they still friends? Because I don't know. So if anyone knows, let me know. But the final iconic duo we got, of course, is Kamaru Usman and Justin Gaethje. Obviously best friends, training under Trevor Whitman together and winning on the same cards and losing on the same cards. They've always got each other's back. But if I missed any iconic duos, let me know in the comments below. And make sure to like and subscribe to hop on the shadow train. Choo choo! Hop on the shadow train. But yeah, I see the chop.
You tried to break me, but you couldn't tear me apart. I've got a fire inside, gonna ignite and restart. I'm rising up higher than before. With every step I take, I'm closing in on the score.